Hello, my friends. This is Bobby D coming to you live from the Lamban Cebu City, Philippines. And it is approximately 4:44 p.m. here in the Philippines. And the temperature is 88 degrees, hot, sunny, and bright. Yeah. So today we're going to talk to you about a topic um, in the realm of relationships. And we're going to talk to you about pretty much how Filipino men view foreigners with Filipinos. In the Philippines, how Filipino men view foreigners with Filipinos in the Philippines. Now, when we talk about the Philippines, you understand, this is a country where you can see relationships between foreigners and Filipinos all the time. But the question we're going to look at today is how does the Filipino man view the situation and the relationship between the foreign man and the Filipino? Okay? That's one example. Now, based on my observations of living here in the Philippines, um, I've seen a little bit of sort of a mixed review. Okay. Now, three types. I'm gonna give you the first type. Okay. Whenever you're out and about, you're walking with your Philippine. For those of you that have traveled to the Philippines, of course. Whenever you're out and about and you're walking with your Philippine girlfriend, wife, significant other, whatever, you'll find that you get a lot of looks. Now, you'll get more looks if you're in a small town, province area. But if you're in a city area, you're going to get some looks, but not as much as if you were in a province area or small community. Okay. And if you're black or African American, you're going to get even more looks. Okay. So that's just, part of the course. Okay. So here's what I'm looking at. Whenever you're walking with your Filipina, you should understand there's going to be several different types of reactions. Okay. And Filipino men are very, very romantic and it can be very, very, very jealous at the same time. Okay. Okay, I got listen, what's going on? Welcome. So you gotta understand three types of reaction that you'll probably wind up seeing as you're engaging and walking about, interacting with your Filipino. Okay. The first type of reaction is neutrality. Neutral. Okay. You got this type of Filipino guy, care less, whatever. He's just like, whatever, man. I don't care who you're with. It doesn't matter to me. That's because most Filipino men have grown up and are accustomed to seeing foreigners with Filipinos. Okay, and most Filipino men understand that a lot of Filipinos are attracted to foreigners. And the reason why is because foreigners offer the Filipina some things that the Filipino man cannot offer them. Number one, stability. Okay, financial stability. Most Filipino men can't offer them that because the majority are in poverty and in an impoverished nation, so to speak. Okay, so that's one thing that Filipino woman is attracted to a foreign man. Okay. Now, not only are they attracted to financial stability, but they're also attracted to the fact that most foreign men, guess what? Treat the Filipina with more love, kindness, and respect than the Filipino man. Okay. Yeah, most most foreigners adore the Filipino. I mean, we go out of our way to please them. But you take that same Filipina and put her with a Filipino man, it's like they treat them like dirt. Yeah, it's a big difference. And so when the Filipina sees how much they are appreciated by the foreign man, guess what? They run to that love. They run to that tenderness. They run to that caring and adoration. Okay. So recap number one, most Filipino men, or some Filipino men, when they see a foreigner with a Filipino woman, some of them, number one, are what? Neutral. Okay? Neutral. They could care less. Some of them could care less. Some of them could say, I can take it or leave it. Okay? They have no particular opinion. They're not have no opinion on the subject. Okay. So we talked about that, neutral. Now, there are some, the second category, as you're walking about with your Filipino men, okay, is that they some of them are neutral, some of them are nurturing, okay, nurturing, okay. What do you mean by nurturing? That means they're highly, highly supportive of the foreigner and the Filipina relationship, okay. They're happy, they support it, they're all for it, they're happy. And the reason why is because they know that that Filipina has moved up in life, in status, in the Filipino society. When a Filipina is associated with a foreigner, okay, in the Filipino society, in general, that foreigner is assumed to have financial status. And therefore, that Filipina is associated with moving up with that foreigner and having that same financial status. So it's a good thing. And many Filipino men are all for it. They're nurturing. They support it. Okay. And they're like, rah, rah, rah. Yeah, go for it, girl. You got you a good guy there. You're going to move up in life. You're going to help your family. Go for it, girl. That's how they're nurturing. They're supportive. Okay. So we talk about neutral. Some of them could care less. They have no particular opinion. Okay. Right. And then we talked about those that are supportive or nurturing. Okay. And now there's a third category of the Filipino man when they see foreign men with Filipino. Okay. And that category is the rough category now. You got to watch out for this guy. These are the people that are not okay with it. Okay. They're not happy. They're not happy at all. And the reason why they're not happy is because they view foreign man as a what? Threat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They view the foreign man as a threat. You're taking away our beautiful Filipinas. And we don't like it. And especially, sometimes, the black foreign man. And I'll give you a perfect example. Back in 2015, Lisa D, my wife, and I were getting our driver's license, okay? Now, we went to the LTFRB. For those of you that don't know, that's like the driver's license motor vehicle place where you go get your license. At least you had to take the exam, driver's test. And me, I only had to convert my license. I didn't have to do anything. Just pay a little fee, show my Georgia. I'm from the state of Georgia. Show my Georgia's driver's license. I had to take a eye exam and a drug test, and that was it. I had to pay money. Boom. But she had to take the license, the exam. She had to do the driver's test, and it took back then in 2015. It took us about, oh man, we were there about 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours. And so it was a long day. And so we sitting in line waiting for our paperwork. We're sitting in a little area waiting for our paperwork. Hi guys, everybody, thank you for joining in. Can't get to all your questions, but I'll get to you just as soon as I'm done with this. But okay, so we're sitting there in a room, in a large waiting room, and waiting for our paperwork, our licenses and everything for them to call our name. Okay, so here comes, we're sitting out chit-chatting, fighting time. Here comes this big guy, Filipino man, right? The guy's about, and he's one of the tallest men I've ever seen as a Filipino. The guy's got to be at least 6'3", 6'4". And he was wide. The guy was built. I mean, he was like Arnold, a miniature Arnold Schwarzenegger. This guy was huge, man. I mean, for a Filipino, okay? So he comes in the door, and we're chit-chatting, and I didn't even notice him at first, okay? We're sitting there chit-chatting. Again, the next thing we turned around, both of us turned around, you can feel when somebody's staring at you, right? We turned around together. This guy's standing up, staring at us like, and when we looked at him, he turned his head. And so we turned around, just kept on, chit-chatting and everything, okay? So we was like, okay. But next thing we know, the guy moved. We looked at him again, and he moved a little bit over there. And I said, well, Lisa D, what's going on with this guy? I mean, I thought he was just standing up looking for something, but he's looking at us. She said, don't pay him no mind about it. I said, why? He just don't like black men, and he don't like black men with Filipinos. I said, how do you know that? Because I can tell you. She said, I'm Filipino, I know. So I'm telling you guys, be careful when you're out there. Don't assume that every Filipino man is receptive of you when you're with a Filipina, because it could be a big mistake on your part. When you're out and about in the Philippines, whether you're a Caucasian, whether you're African American, you have to be sensitive to the fact that you could cause a problem in somebody's mind, because some Filipinos resent the fact that their Filipinas are with a foreign man. Now, notwithstanding the fact that they have reason to be with foreign men, because a lot of Filipinos cannot do what the foreign man can do for the Filipino. But that's it, guys. I just want to let you know, you got to be careful, because everybody's not going to be receptive to the fact that you are and your Filipina are good together and everything's good to go. All right, so let me take a look at some of the comments here. And thanks everybody for showing up. I'll be coming to you on Sundays right around this time, once a week, and then I'm going to try to broaden it to twice a week and keep it going, okay? For those of you that have not subscribed to our channels, Life in the Philippines, please do so. We appreciate you. I guarantee you're not going to be unhappy. You're going to be satisfied with the videos. We bring you motivational videos, and we bring you Philippine videos almost every day, okay? And they're fresh, okay? So if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, like, and share, all right? All right, so let's go to some of the comments we've got here now. Okay, look, let me go back to the top here. How much is 6 months stay in the Philippines? G1 first. How much is 6 months? It depends. You mean how much is 6 months stay? I'm not sure I understand the question, but let me try to respond to you the best way I can. If you're planning to stay in the Philippines on a monthly basis, if you're a single guy, you probably need, depending on if you're staying in the province or depending on if you're staying in the city, you're going to probably need at least $800 a month, $800 US, okay? And that's to live good. If you want to live Filipino style, $400 or $500 a month, okay? That's all you probably need. And if you live in the city, you're going to need at least $400 or $500. If you live in the province, you're not going to need much at all. I'll say about $300 or $400. But the city life, $800 a month if you want to live good. $800 a month, and maybe $1,000 if you want to, you have like to party. All right, so here we go. The next question is, Sonny, most of the Filipinos are playboys. You're right, Sonny. Most Filipinos have 3 and 4 girlfriends on the side. And that's another reason why Filipino women don't like them. They cheat. Yeah, they're cheaters. I mean, now just let's be fair. Not only are Filipinos cheaters, but you're a lot of USA men are cheaters too. I mean, I've never been a cheater my entire life, but I'm not knocking cheaters. Because if that's what they do, that's what they do. But yeah, you're right. A lot of Filipino men are playboys. All right, so yeah, Sonny, the Filipino men, the Filipinos, the women know it. Some of the women put up with the cheaters, and some of them don't. Okay, that's just a part of the lifestyle there. Even the president, he was known to be a player at one time. I think he's not married now. He's actually has a girlfriend that lives in the Malachi, which is like the White House. But yeah, I mean, it's just something that's accepted here. I mean, that's just accepted. All right, let's see what we got here. Gee, first, I'm 100% Filipino. I've been in the States for 26 years. I know how to speak native language fluently. I'm not a playboy. Okay, all right. Now listen, man. We're not saying everybody's a playboy. Okay, no. We're saying some are, and I know for a fact some are. But to be honest with you, the majority of Filipino men that I've met here are solid guys. Now, I've met some playboys. I know some playboys, but the majority are solid family-oriented people. So let's just be honest and let's be fair. But there are some playboys out there as well. All right, let's see. We got okay. Let's go to Sonny. I can see it when you go to the mall, the stores here. I can't go anywhere without a guy who is married breaking his neck to look at other women. I think it's a little bit of jealousy, maybe. Yeah, it could be. Um, to be honest with you, um, in one thing I noticed about Filipino men out here, and that is they don't actually. I mean, in America, when you see a nice looking Coke bottle shaped woman walking down the street, what you gonna do? You're gonna look, right? But most of the men out here, I'm surprised, they don't watch the women. They don't look. They just let them go. It's like if you see a 30, 34, 26, 32 walking down the street, you're gonna look. But most of the Filipino men, they could care less about the walk. They don't look. That's one thing I noticed. I don't know why that is, but that's just I guess just one of the other cultural differences. All right, let's see what else we got here. Some guys are responsible and respectful. Some guys are definitely playboys. True that. Reynolds says trust. True. Okay, yeah. Sonny, I think the men in the Philippines, regardless of their financial situations, stayed loyal and did not cheat. Maybe the situation would be a little bit different. Um, Not sure I understand that, but most men in the Philippines are not well financially stable. And so I'm not sure if they were financially stable, would they cheat a lot or not? I'm not sure. All right, Rob, everybody, my buddy Rob from Raw TV, Rob and Michelle, you guys, if you get a chance, I want you to check out his channel. One of my favorite guys. What's going down, Rob? He's got a great channel. His wife he's married to a Filipino, just like me. They live in Manila. And Rob's one of the best guys I met he's from Philly. And just check out his channel when y'all get a chance. Visa stay. Okay, you're talking about you want to stay on a visa for 6 months? You can do that. You just got to extend your visa. That's all. You have to extend the visa. You stay up to 29 days. All you need to do is extend the visa. Pay an extension fee. That's it. That won't be a problem at all, buddy. Nissan. I don't know what that means. All right, Derek Robinson Sr., what's going down? Most of the Filipino women I meet is very jealous of my girlfriend. They're mad because I have more money than they do. Filipinos, the Filipino women are very jealous. No question about that. And that's a whole other topic. You're right. Anybody that knows Filipinos and you've been around them, you know that they're very territorial about their men and very, very protective. Even if you look at another woman, they're gonna, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, you got problems, you get back home. All right, what we got here? I think you're right. Financial stability is the number one attraction for the women. Yep. A lot of women are attracted, Filipino women are attracted to the man for financial. Now, you got to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why Filipinos are attracted to foreign men. And I think financial capability and ability is probably the number one reason. Another is personality. You have a personality that blends. You cannot say that, well, my Filipino and I are only together because we love each other and I'm so handsome. No, no, you gotta be real, okay? Straight up and real. Money has something to do with it, honey. Yeah, money. Money. Now there's some people out there that money is not the main reason, but there's many people that Filipinos get involved with foreign men. Is money is number one because, and you cannot blame them. These Filipinos are from a very, very poverty lifestyle. Okay, they don't have a lot, and so if you have an opportunity to improve your life, why not? There's no problem with that. All right, so let's see. Be smart and be aware. Yeah, you should always be smart and be aware in the Philippines. Number one reason is Filipino people are very peculiar. 1 minute they're your best friend, right? I mean, you're laughing, talking, joking, yeah, 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 yeah. Next thing you know, you said something that they didn't like, they'll turn like that on a dime. And you can knock you. I mean, you could be in serious trouble if you cause a Filipino to be shamed, or in other words, if you cause a Filipino to lose face, FACE. So you have to be very, and this is why, I have a series on crime in the Philippines. And this is why a lot of people, foreign people, get injured, hurt, and killed sometimes in the Philippines. Is because they don't know the various nuances of the personalities of the Filipino man. They're the best, friendliest people in the world that I know. I mean, this is the best, friendliest country I know. But at the same time, you understand, that friendly nature can turn like that if you shame them, if you deface, if you make them feel like they're nothing. You got trouble on your hands. All right, let's see what else we got here. Rob says, I don't think the women here care about if you're rich, but they care if they can eat and have a roof over their head. Rob, I think you're right to some degree. Most Filipino women want to be taken care of, okay? Whether that means you're rich or whether that means you just provide food and shelter and clothing. They want to be taken care of physically, and they want to be taken care of emotionally. If you can provide those two things to a Filipina, to most Filipinos, you're going to be accepted and loved. Okay? Because the main thing I found, and I've dealt with a lot of Filipinos, the main thing they want is to be loved. They want to be felt appreciated. And most foreign men go out of their way to show that appreciation. Most Filipino men, not so much. Okay? So that's one thing that attracts, and I think you're right on that to a certain extent, Rob, that attracts Filipinas to foreign men, is that foreign men show a huge amount of concern and love and tenderness, whereas the Filipino man doesn't. But there are some Filipinos that money is number one. If you don't have enough, if you don't have money, they're not going to talk with you. You're just wasting their time. There are some, I've met some like that. So there's a little bit of both, but I think, to be fair, the good ones out there, they just want to be taken care of. They're not concerned about if you're a millionaire or multi-millionaire. They just want to be taken care of, and they just want to feel that you love them. All right, so what else we got here? RJZ, why is my wife thinking I'm going to leave her? I'm an African American. I make a lot of money, but I don't mess around. Why is she thinking you're going to leave her? Because your wife And I'm not, no offense, but your wife may be just a little bit insecure, okay? And you may or may not be doing some things that are feeding her insecurity. So, you know, I have to take a look and talk to you in detail about that. But again, we talked about this earlier. Now, most Filipino women are just plain up jealous. There's a huge jealousy problem here in the Philippines, and part of that is that jealousy is a cultural norm. It's accepted here as normal in the Philippine society. And but there, you gotta understand, Filipino women are jealous, and that jealousy fuels their insecurity. Okay, so you have to do those things, RJ, that show your wife that you're for her. In other words, don't feed into her insecurities, but you got to let her know, hey, I'm here for you and nobody else but you. And you got to feed into those things with her on a daily basis. All right, let's see what else we got. I have got the point that I just stay at home, and when I go out, I just keep my mouth shut. A lot of them get nosebleeds anyways, and just that can get you in serious trouble. Um, okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to keep your mouth shut when you go out. You just got to watch what you say and, you know, be careful that you don't look at women in a lusting way, like you want to, get with them. That's all. You just got to be careful and control yourself because Filipino women are very, very jealous. Yeah, your conversation could be misunderstood, but you got to watch what you say around your Filipino. How much does it cost to move to the Philippines? David, how much does it cost to move to the Philippines? I'm not sure. That's a very broad question. Um, if you're meaning how much it costs to stay here on a monthly basis, I mentioned that if you're a single guy, about $800 a month. If you want to live a decent, good style in a big city, maybe 500 if you want to live in a province. Uh, and if you just have to renew your visa extensions on a monthly basis. That's it. All right, let's see what else we got here. Nosebleed. Nosebleed is crazy. Yeah, you're right. Rob, let's see. Gandhi, if you act like a leader, it shouldn't be a problem. I don't see why it would be different from country to another. Women all look alike. Um, Women all look alike. I think most women have similar traits and characteristics, but there are various differences from culture to culture and country to country. And you guys from the USA, you know that the women here in the Philippines and the women in the USA, it's a huge difference. The women in the USA are very judgmental, very selfish, and not understanding at all. And they're not supportive, in my opinion. This coming from me. I've been married before, and that's why I chose to go elsewhere and to find someone that would be supportive and helping more. All right, so let's what else we got here? Uh, California. What's up, David? Daniel Ramirez. You moving to the province? When you moving to the province, Daniel? Moving to the province. I would never live in the province. I don't mind visiting. My wife's these parents. We have a house in the province in Medellin, and we go up there like maybe once every couple of months. We have a good time. But I would never live there. I'm sorry. I'm a city guy. I gotta have me some lights and actions and cameras. I'm tired of looking at cows and moo. Nah, I can't handle that. I mean, I go up there for a little bit, change your pace is always good. But for living there on a day out, day in and out basis, I can't do that. Okay. Let's see what it is. I found out that my girlfriend's son prejudiced against black people. He wanted me to feed him, take care of him, even pay for his pedicure. I told his mother I couldn't afford to take care of him. You did the right thing, buddy. Derek Robinson, you did the right thing. People are prejudiced against you? Nope. I can't do it. I mean, I wouldn't. I would agree with you 100%. He wanted to kill you. What? How old is this guy? How old is he? Is he a kid, a teenager, or what? I mean, this is ridiculous. He wanted you to take care of him, and he 28. Oh yeah, he got to go. He got to go. He's a grown man. No, don't put up with that crap, man. What's wrong? No. He did the right thing, man. He got to go. All right, let's see what else we got here. I'm Mayor B. Logs. I live in England, Philippines, in Quezon. I live in Eastwood, Quezon City. My question: what about my Filipina? My question: what about your Filipina? Yeah, that is crazy, Rob. Guy trying his Filipino wants to take care of his her son. He's 28 years old. He wants to kill him. Nah, he got to go. Don't put up with that crap, man. I don't care what your Filipino says. You are the one that's doing the taking care. You're the head of the house. They got to live by your rules, or they got to go. That's it. Bottom line. Your wife's sister is liking you. Whoa, whoa. Ugh, that's tough. Um, you have to walk a fine line there, buddy. Have you told your wife? Does your wife know that? Does your wife know that your her sister likes you? Have you told her that, or do you think she knows that? Because that's a serious problem. Because eventually your wife's gonna pick up on it if she hadn't already. Daniel, Daniel said, "Dude, she's trying to steal you. Run, buddy, run." Well, I run into that a little bit. I've had some Filipinos when I'm around Lisa D, and we go to the province. A lot of them come around me when she's not looking, and they're laughing, giggling, want to talk and chit chat. You know what I do? I act like I'm busy, and I try to find Lisa. That's it. I don't have time to get in trouble over foolishness, and because as soon as you give them some attention, and if your girlfriend or fiance or if your wife, whatever, catches it, you're in trouble, buddy. So the best thing to do, speak to them, keep it moving. Find your fiance, find your girlfriend, and just hang around them. And when they're around them, when they're around your Filipina, they won't do that foolishness. They won't try to flirt with you. That's what I found out. So your girlfriend senses that her sister likes you. It's okay for them to like you. It's okay. It's okay to like you, but don't give them cause to want to touch you or anything like that. Just hang around your wife or your girlfriend as much as possible when they come around. That's all. Don't give her any opportunity to go further than liking you. That's what I'm trying to say. That's it. It's okay because a lot of, to be honest, and Lisa knows this. A lot of her friends like me personally. I mean, like me to like me. You know what I'm talking about. And she knows it. And so I said, look, this girl likes me. She likes me, man. He said, listen, you just hang around me. I know she likes, but that's my friend. She don't care. I mean, but she knows I'm not going to take it any further than just a like. So well, as long as you don't take it any further than just liking, it's okay. But if you take it further than that, you got problems. All right. Yeah, you should always be faithful to your wife in any situation. All right. Gandhi says, what happens exactly if we divorce a Filipino woman? Is it the same as in America where men pay alimony and child support? First of all, there's no divorce in the Philippines. Most of you should know that. If you don't, you better know it now. There's no divorce in the Philippines. Okay? It's a Catholic state. They don't believe in divorce. They do have, I think it's called, you can get a legal separation. And there's another term, I can't remember right now. But there's two things you can do to be legally separate, but you can't get a divorce. Annulment, that's what it is. It's called annulment. There's two things you can do in the Philippines. You get an annulment, that's sort of like a divorce, but they call it annulment here. And that's very, very expensive, and it's hard to get an annulment. Thanks, Vlogs. Very, very expensive, and it's hard to get an annulment in this country. Very, very, very much so. And the other one is a legal separation. Those two things are very hard to get. Okay, so that's why a lot of people here, they'll separate from their husbands or the girlfriend or wives, and they'll go habitate with another Filipino or a man or woman because it's too expensive to get a divorce or annulment here. Now, what a lot of people do is they'll go to America or another country and get a divorce. Now, this country will recognize that divorce. If you go to another country and come back, they'll recognize the divorce papers. Okay, but they won't give you a divorce here. You get annulment or legal separation, but there is no divorce in the Philippines. Now, currently, they have some bills in the Senate, in the Philippine Senate right now. They're looking at, they're looking at trying to make divorce a legal thing here, and I'm not sure they'll ever pass that because it's a highly Catholic state. But they're looking at some things now. So let's see. Now, if you do, child support is required here, but I tell you, to be honest with you, you'll never wind up paying it. I mean, because what people do here, if they're supposed to pay child support, they'll go to the province, they'll do anything, and you can't find them, and so they don't pay. And a lot of times, the children wind up suffering. Yeah. So I think the people that are married foreigners can get child support better than Filipino, because you can go to the foreigner's country and file paperwork there, and then they'll send your check back here to the Philippines. So they'll take it out of their pay, especially in the U.S. All right. I want to know this also. Okay. I don't know what that means. Okay. Child support, as I mentioned before, they can award you child support here, but it's hard to collect. Okay. Just like in the U.S., you can get awarded child support, but if they can't catch up with the guy to make them pay, you know, same thing. They won't pay. All right. So, what other questions we got here, guys? That's it. Also, guys, remember we've got a app on the Google Play Store. It's called Philippines Expat Lifestyle. Okay, it's a free app. All you gotta do is download it to your Android device. I'm working on trying to get a iPhone app as well, but I got some more things to do before I get that approved. So, but right now we got. If you want to look at all of our videos, and you can do it. All of our videos listed there as well as the playlist. Okay? All right. So what else we got here? What's the best way to send money? Very good question, Daniel. Very good question. To send money to the Philippines, there's several things you can do. Some people use Zoom. You ever heard of Zoom? Zoom. Zoom. They have a flat rate, and they're very quick and efficient. Okay, that's one way. A lot of people use, and this is what I use. I use TransferWise. Okay, their rates were very, very low, lower than everybody else. And I did a video on that as well. They had the lowest rates in the industry, but beginning this year in March, it went up. So they're still low, but not as low as they were. So I use TransferWise, and I used to use Zoom. I went from Zoom to TransferWise, but there's a lot of others out there. Western Union is probably the highest. You don't want to. I mean, you can find some other options in Western Union to do it because they're very high. But I use TransferWise. That's my method of choice. Now, for those of you that are coming to the Philippines, I would suggest that if you need funds. Remember now, the Philippines is the country where cash is what? King, right? So if you need funds, if you have a debit card, just bring your debit card with you and make sure that it's an international card. So you can come here and take your credit card or your debit card and put it in the ATM machine, and you can pull out pesos, and it'll be taken out of your debit card. Okay, that's the way to do it out here. as much as you can. Now, for those of you just coming in for the first time, you want to bring about at least cash. I'd say about $200 to $500 cash. The rest, if you need more money than that, pull it from your debit card. Okay. And if you go to get your money transferred from a change from your country's money to the pesos, you definitely don't want to go to a money changer. You want to go use a debit card and transfer it that way, or you want to go to a changer in the mall. Okay, those are the best ways. Don't go to the ones on the street, and don't go to the ones in the hotel. They'll charge you a lot of money to change your money. All right, let's see what else we got. What province is mainly Ate? Oh, the Ate people? Bobby, if you're talking about the province for is Ate people are usually located in Luzon, the Luzon area. That's in near Manila, to the north, in northern part of the Philippines. From the U.S. to the Philippines on a monthly basis. Dan, you talking about sending money or okay? Yeah. Okay. I would use TransferWise or Zoom. That Zoom or TransferWise. Don't use Western Union. They're too expensive. All right. Can I take my girlfriend to USA to get a divorce? Yeah. There. I had a friend. I know someone that did that. Take my girlfriend to USA. Girlfriend or wife? Can I take my girlfriend to the USA to get a divorce? You mean your girlfriend or wife? What are we talking about here, Derek? I know someone that lived in the Philippines, married a Filipino, and in the Philippines, and he took her to the United States with him to get a divorce because he didn't get a divorce here in the Philippines. So that's what we're talking about taking your wife to get a divorce. Okay. Let's see what else now. For my VA benefits. What about your VA benefits, Daniel? All right, let's go to Rob. Rob says, how can my family send a box of items from the U.S. to the Philippines? There's a lot of shipping companies in the U.S. that you can ship. Yeah, you can ship a box. I don't know if I have the names of them right now, but I can get some names to you. But there's a lot of shipping companies you can send, use, and it takes a long time to get here, though. I can tell you that. It takes like 3 to 6 months, and it's very expensive to send a big box. If you're talking about a small size box of items, what my people do and what I have been doing is using DHL. DHL is an international carrier. You can also use what's the other one? DHL and the other two carriers. The brown guy, they just call him brown guy, DHL, and the other one, I can't think of the name right now. But DHL is the one I use because DHL is more reliable than the other two main shipping companies here. And they're expensive, but I mean they get your package here. This won't be overnight. It may take if you do an overnighter from the U.S. to get it here, it'll probably take like a week. But DHL is what I use to send packages, small box of items. You talk about a large box like a barrel of stuff, then you want to get a cargo shipper to send it to ship it, and it's going to take longer that way and it costs more money. But use DHL and you won't have trouble with that one if you're sending a small package. Daniel Ramirez, is 10,000 a good enough saving to start? Yeah, sure, that's plenty, man. I mean, it depends on your lifestyle as well. If you're going to live in the province here, that's way more than enough just to start out. In the province, it's just a single guy in the province, but if you're living a single guy in the city, 10,000, I recommend everybody at least have 10,000. If you just for saving purposes, okay? In savings, in case something happens, you got something to fall back on. And then starting out, 5,000 more get you going in the city area, city or province. It doesn't matter. 5,000 get you going, but always have a backup plan of about these 10,000 in case something goes wrong and you need money to get out of this country. Go to the mall; they're free. To exchange money. Exchange money in the malls free? Which mall are you going to, Daniel? Never seen money exchanged in the mall free. All right, my girlfriend is always married to a Filipino. So, Derek, you're saying your girlfriend is married to a Filipino right now? Daniel Ramirez, I don't believe you, man. You say you live on 1,000 a month in California? Uh, I found that hard to believe, man. California is one of the highest states to live in there is. 1,000 a month. You live in a single room? You rent a room? Because I know you're not living in an apartment or a house in California for 1,000 a month. Or you live with your mom. You live with your mom, right? No, I'm just kidding. No, let's see what else we got here. All right, Rob, take care, man. I know it's your day off. Take care. Number one, my number one rule: you never want to be in a foreign country with no money. You right about that, bro. Never want to be in a foreign country with no money. You want to always have some money in your pocket or in your bank account where you can draw on it quickly. Okay, uh, and you want to bring at least one or two credit cards just in case the cash falls away to the you run out of cash, whatever. Have some credit cards to fall on too as well. Now, I don't use. I got some credit cards, but I don't use them. But only but they're for emergency purposes only. All right, let's see what else I got here. I live in the U.S. 700 a month and divide. I live on okay 700 a month, Conto. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And Davao is a big city too. 700 a month, you're doing great. You're doing great. See, guys, Con is living for 700 a month in Davao. And Davao is a big city, almost big as Cebu. So if he can do it, you can do it. I mean, it costs me considerably more because I'm buying a home. Buying a home is pretty big home, costs a lot. My housing costs the most for me. What for the housing cost? I'd be pushing by 700 myself at least. Oh, damn, you just got a room. Okay. I thought so. Okay. Let's see, single room. That's all. Okay. Well, that's all you need. That's all you need. It's cool. Okay, Za says, keep in mind, sex packs, not all Filipinos are whores. You might end up dead if you mess with the locals' women. You're right about that. Uh, all Filipinos most Filipinos, let me just correct that. Most Filipinos are not prostitutes. Most Filipinas are not whores. They're very decent and respectful people, and they should be treated with decency and respect. Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that. Um, there are a lot of sex pets, and those of you that don't know what a sex pet is, that's a person that just uses another person for sexual purposes. That's it. Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am, boom, out. Next, you know, these kind of people only live for sex, okay? And they have no regard for the person they're dealing with at all. They're just a piece of meat. And I don't have a lot of respect for sex pets, to be honest with you. I like people, I love people, and I think all people should be treated with respect and decency at all times. Okay? So let's just get that out of the way. All right, keep reminding crypto. Yeah, crypto is good. I have a lot of Bitcoin. I got Bitcoin and a lot of other altcoins as well. How do you get a new credit card or debit card in the Philippines? Go to your bank. Go to the if you're trying to get a Filipinos credit card, go to the bank and apply. That's all. If you would have to be here for a while, at least 6 months, uh, before they even consider you for a credit card here. And if you're talking about from your home country, okay, you'd have to apply out there. Being from the U.S., Bobby Johnson says, being from the U.S., can you own a home in the Philippines or does it have to be in your wife or girlfriend's name? Good question, Bobby. Yeah, man, you can, foreigners, as a general rule, cannot, I repeat, cannot own a house and lot in this country. Is prohibited. Now, that being said, if you're married, you can, your name can be on the home sale deed. You can have it in your name, but your wife's name has to be on it too. You have to show, provide, because we have to provide our marriage certificate, all that kind of stuff to prove that we were married. So my name is on her deed and all that kind of stuff, but we're married. That's the only reason why. Now, let's say Lisa D, and God forbid, something happens to Lisa D, and I'm here in the house myself. I gotta give this up because I can't own this. This can't be in my name. So I didn't give it up. All right. So what foreigners can own in the Philippines is they can own a condominium. They can have that totally. If you got a girlfriend and you tired of paying rent, because I think rent is just throwing money away. If you tired of paying rent, you want to own something, buy a condo. If you don't want to marry her, buy a condo and put it in your name. Okay, that's what you should do. And the reason why I didn't want to buy a condo, because most of the condos out here are tiny, man. I couldn't believe it. We looked at about, oh man, 10 condos, they were tiny. And then the money they wanted for the condos was ridiculous. So I said, nah, we get a house and lot. So that's what we did. All right, so what we got here? Daniel, you can't, correct, just a home, right? You can't own the land, foreigner can't own the land, can't own the land, they can own the home, not the house. All right, guys, it's been almost an hour now. It's been real. What else? 30,000. Yeah, 30,000 for condo. Yeah, it's crazy, man. So anyway, it's been real, guys. I've had an awesome time chatting with you, but I've got to get back to work, working on a video for you guys. I'm always working for you guys. Keep that in mind. And again, for those of you guys that are listening right now, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Click that subscribe button because we're going to be pushing these videos. I'm trying to do it every day, but it's very hard. For those of you who know anything about video production, you know you can tape the video easy, okay? But after you tape it, you got to edit it. And editing takes a long time. And then after you edit it, you've got to produce the video. So 3 steps, and it takes a while. So doing it daily is very, very difficult. So I'm trying to get it down to daily. Right now, it's almost every day. So guys, go ahead and make sure you sign up. Those of you that haven't signed up, go ahead and sign up, subscribe to our channel. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it. You have a blessed day too. Guys, thank you, Rob. Who else? Everybody, if I don't mention your name, thank you so much for taking this time to share with me. Let's try to hit back here again on next Sunday, right around the same time again. And eventually I'll be moving up to 2 times a week, but we'll take it slow right now. That's it for now, guys. It's Bob D saying take care. God bless. Peace.